Hey guys, welcome. So for today's video, I have my reading goals. So first question is, how many books do I plan to read in 2023? So for 2022, I read 61 books, and then in 2021, I read, I think it was around 89 or 90. So I think 60 is doable. I barely met the goal last year, but I think I have a good head start right now. So yeah, so 60 books this year. I want to make this a good reading year. What I mean about that is that I need to start DNFing books that I don't like, that I'm not like, the characters aren't gravitating my attention, they don't make sense to me, anything like that. Anything that makes me feel like I'm gonna go into a reading slump is one of them, as well as trying to have a better reading routine. I usually read at night, which is bad since I already come home late from work, so I want to change that up to the mornings, and then in between breaks from work is when I read as well. So I want to make this a good year when I DNF books that I'm not clicking with. I don't want to feel guilty about them, especially if I bought them already. I don't want to feel guilty that, oh, I'm DNFing this book, but it cost me $13 and I'm not even gonna like it. So the next one is start and finish series. So I think I have 2 series going on right now. I think I want to start, I need to finish the ACOTAR series. I'm barely in the 3rd book. I haven't started the 3rd book. I also need to finish the Crave series, which I believe is still ongoing. I'm on the 4th book, so I need to get on to that one, especially because I love both of the worlds, the fantasy worlds in them. They're both very different, but very much what I'm into fantasy. What I'm into, that is fantasy. Yeah. As well as I have reading a ton of standalones, and then I want to read series more. I think I have the Inheritance Games. I want to finish the Off-Campus / Prior You series. I have, I think, the 1st book. I want to finish that. I want to start the Addicted series, which is a long way to go. It's a long way to go. So that's another one. This is one I deal with so much, is finish books that I have started and have yet to be DNF'd. So for this is, I start books, don't finish them. I'm like, oh, I'll come back to them. But they're not DNFs. They're not DNFs because I'm liking them. I just never came back to them. And that's one of my bad habits that I have about reading, is that I'll read 5 to 6 chapters. Okay, I'm liking it. Then a new release comes, or I buy a new book that catches more of my interest, and that's what I want to read. So I push that book aside and read the new one, and it's the same process over and over again. I think I did that to Archer's Voice. Terms and Conditions is another one, and then I think those are the only 2 that I need to finish. Oh no, Only a Monster is another one. I think I read the 1st page. I was into it. Didn't complete. Oh, I need to read books that I already own. My physical TBR at home. Not my physical TBR as in, oh, books I want to read, new releases, books that catch my attention on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere. No. Physical TBR, all the books that I own. I have quite a few that I haven't read and I need to read soon. It's just that I spend way too much on books, and some of them were new releases and then special editions of those new releases. So the only authors I'm excluding from this is Emily Henry, because I already bought, I want to say, 3 different editions of Happy Place. So, and I haven't read it. So yeah, she's the only one I'm gonna exclude for now. I'm not sure who else, but as of right now, Emily Henry is the first one that pops up because I already bought 3 special editions of her new book. I want to use Libby more. I have it, don't use it as often. And KU. So I've been using Kindle Unlimited more recently this year, which is a good thing. I'm reading a ton of books that I could have bought in, but they're still available on Kindle Unlimited, which is a good thing. It saves me like $5 or $6, sometimes 10. Is going on to the one before this is using Libby and KU. So Kindle Unlimited, I'm already paying for it. I need to read books. So Kindle Unlimited has a few authors that I'm really into. So in 2021, I was really into Melissa Foster. She does, for my opinion, small town romance really good. I read, I think, 6 of her books. 3 of them were part of one series and the other 3 were part of another series. So I would recommend her. And then Helena Hunting, she has her Puck series, her All In series. There, I need to read her newest book from the kids in those 2 series. Libby has great books from the public library, so I want to read books from there. If they're new releases, I think I could get them there. It's just that before I would say the whole time was 32 weeks. I'm like, oh, I could buy the book and before the 32 weeks, I read it. No, never happened. Then I want to read those books that I bought. This one, along with the other 2, go together because audiobooks were my thing in 2021. I listened to a ton. I think that's the reason why I got my reading goal to be 90, is that majority of them were audiobooks. And then 2022, I think I listened to like 2 or 3 audiobooks, and that's not bad, but I want to get more into the rhythm of listening to audiobooks besides listening to music when I'm doing something. So yeah, audiobooks is one of my must. Next up is having a reading routine. That's one of the things I struggle with most, is that I start a book midday, right? Like around 11 or 12. So I start a new book. I go to work. In my breaks and lunch, sometimes in lunch, but mainly my breaks, I read that book. And it's only like 15 minutes. So I only have 30 minutes plus like an hour and a half at 11 or 12 that I read. And then when I come home, if it's a novella, I'll finish it that night, go to sleep at 2 o'clock. And that's really bad because that's already bad because I'm already waking up so late, and I need to change that. If I'm gonna read, I want to do it in the morning so I have the rest of the day. I'm still gonna read at work. It's just that I don't want to come back from work, read a book, read the book at night. I want to stop that habit very much. So the next one is reading journal. I currently have a digital reading journal. It's not the best. It's just that I write my own synopsises. I put little pictures of what the whole book is about. I write the tropes, the start, when I started it, my star rating, the spice rating. What else do I add? The cover of the book. That's it. As well, I have a reading journal that I bought last year. Didn't complete all the pages, so I still have that for this year. And if I finish it, I might buy a new one. I'm not sure. It's because I want 1 year to be specifically for one journal, but I know that's not gonna happen because I'm not reading a ton of books for me to be able to complete one whole book for 1 whole year. But yeah, it's just I want to have a reading journal so I could keep up with all the books and then connect a bit more with the characters by remembering specific details that happen in the book, the characteristics, and whatnot. I need to read new genres. So my main genre that I read is romance. So romance is like a safe spot for me because I know romance isn't gonna let me down majority of the time, whether it's rom-coms, dark romance, yeah, anything with romance, contemporary romance, anything like that, I know it won't let me down. So I have expanded out to fantasy, and it's one of the ones apart from romance that I really enjoy. I want to get into I read Mystery Romance by Tessa Bailey. It was good. It was a bit too instantly for me. But if anything, I think the one I don't want to get into right now are thrillers or horror. I have read graphic novels that are like horror-esque, so I'm fine with those because they're like middle grade books, so they're not gonna be as scary for kids and for me. So I'm not yet ready to dive into thriller or horror. I might give mystery a chance. I do like shows that have mystery, so like Pretty Little Liars, anything like that. I really do enjoy. So want to get into mystery hopefully this year. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.